outside Kenya. That gentleman did not know that those people in our village that have gone to Saudi Arabia or UAE, I am the one who supported the program for them to go as part of the export of labor. So he thought that those people were going away because there were no jobs in Kenya. But it is part of this plan I have kept on talking about, because I think it was called Misoy or somebody. If you go and check the headline, I think of last week, Thursday or Friday, he was there. He didn't know, the good young man, that I think we have almost 500 or 400 and something people around that village that have actually gotten jobs outside Kenya. And they are changing that village. And that is actually an admission by that gentleman that our plan on the export of labor is working. And number two, that when we committed ourselves to making sure that we create opportunities for young people to work, we meant it. So we have a program on housing, we have a program on digital jobs, we have a program on export of labor, we have a program on the whole manufacturing sector. Let me give you another example. Now I'm talking this as a leader. We deliberately, last year, said we cannot continue to import products that we can manufacture in Kenya. One of them was clinker, cement, furniture, steel. What has happened the last 1 year? Very many, in fact 5 to be specific, companies have sought licenses in Kenya to do clinker, to do cement. And last year, because of what we did, we reduced the import of clinker by 95%. We saved foreign exchange,
big numbers,
we created jobs locally. I was in West Pokot with my Minister for Industrialization. I'm sure the members of West Pokot, they are here. They were there with me in West Pokot, opening a clinker factory that now hires 2,500 young Kenyans, with another almost 2,000 as drivers, support staff. A big market now in West Pokot. Expanding manufacturing in Kenya is the right thing. And it is the reason why some of our policy interventions on matters like imported stuff that are being manufactured in Kenya. For example, we have said substandard, low quality imported sanitary pads from China and other places. How can they come into Kenya when we have 10 companies in Kenya hiring Kenyan young people? How can they come and compete here? All the products that we are manufacturing locally, we must protect our local industries so that they create jobs locally, so that they create opportunities locally. In this finance bill, you will also see that we have imposed duty on potatoes from Europe. Surely, how can we continue importing potatoes from Europe? And we have farmers right here in Kirinyaga. We have farmers right here in Nyandarua, in Molo, in Timau. How can we justify? How can anybody take offense that we have imposed duty on imported potatoes?
Why don't you ban the importation?
We have duty on imported eggs.
Why don't you ban
on
the
imported onions? Because we must protect our local farmers.
Ban it. Why
Every
impose
country does that.
duty and make things
Every
expensive?
country does that. I was negotiating with the Prime Minister of India because they are imposing duty on our avocados. I was in Korea negotiating with the government of
Export
Korea
people.
because they are imposing duty on our tea, on our coffee, and on our macadamia, including our avocados.
And they have to
Every
do
country does
protect
that
for
to
young
protect their
people.
market, unless there is a mutual agreement. So these are amongst the things we are doing to make sure that we grow our local manufacturing, create local jobs, create local wealth. That is how we are going to move forward as a country. We cannot continue to be a supermarket for other people's factories. It is important that we also
big words.
produce our own products. Our young people can produce
Yeah, I can
products
convince
in
you
Kenya
shit is a nice thing.
which are of high quality, which are of international standard.
Exporting
And we
them
can
to
do
go
that.
out and expecting them
So
to
I
produce.
just wanted to clarify this point because it is addressing the young
This guy,
people
his
of our
problem
country.
is
And I am
he
looking
speaks
forward
one thing, he
to a
does
conversation
something completely
with
different.
my sons and daughters, the young people of this nation, to explain to them the opportunities
Next
that
time
they
you will
have,
not have another
and I want to
opportunity.
listen to them. What additionally do they want me to do? What can we do better? And how can we move the country forward together?
Next
Thank you
time
very
you will
much.
not have.
Thank you, Excellency. That marks the end of the question session. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.